Hello there, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Welcome back to our modded playthrough on this decent Friday, I would say. Decent day of the week. It's a good Friday in my book, but then again, when you work the old 9 to 5, not that that's my actual hours. It's just that's what they call it, the old 9 to 5. Yes, we're back on our modded playthrough, and if you'd like to know what those mods are, it is down in the description section down there. Underneath the video. You get a mod list as well as the mod authors, and you will get a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager so that you can download and install mods for yourself. Yes. Well, anyway, we're back on it for last day of the week. Hopefully, everybody's excited for the weekend. You know, if you got that, you don't have a weekend job or anything. Hopefully, excited, all that good stuff. Everyone have a good time? Good. I hope so, anyway. Yes. So a few things have happened between episodes. The first thing being the um, the covered conveyors. You probably noticed. The covered conveyors are installed. They're not being used anymore though for right now until they get fixed. Um, they do still work like they were working before, but I wanted to get to a point where I could uninstall the mod and try to reinstall it, which I have. Um, but I had to go through the entire base and replace all the belts. So then I figured, okay, well, if I'm going to go through the entire base and replace every single belt and every single lift from the covered variety back to the fix it approved stuff, back to this is the fix it approved stuff, then I might as well do an upgrade frenzy instead of putting you guys through another one of those. So I went through an entire upgrade frenzy of because we're making steel and upgrading all of the belts. Every single belt and every single lift has been replaced as far as my knowledge. I did miss a few and whatnot, but those have been taken care of swiftly. Um, that's why this isn't being filled anymore. That's why that belt is empty. Because we had a power shortage due to me missing belts. It happens. I have so many damn belts, but yes, every single belt and every single lift is Mark III. It did take some doing. It did take a long time, but I did finally manage it, um, which is good. Um, oh yes. So yeah, so let me show you. So even though I had reinstalled the mod, um, here's the hooded lift. You can see the hologram, what it's supposed to look like, and it still does not work. It's the same with the covered lift as well. Same there. Yeah, unfortunately, they are broken at the moment. I believe. Yeah, I believe these belts are still fine. Let me find something to hook to. Ah, perfect. Yeah, these are still working like they should. But the rest of it's not. And there was quite a few belts that did have to get completely deleted and then replaced. Oh yeah, so I went ahead and did a little personalization while I was waiting for steel beams to be made between making all the belts and whatnot. And here comes a lag spike in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. And save. Every time, man, every time. Uh, um, but yeah, I went ahead and did some personalization. So here is the copper factory. I went ahead and replaced the walls with the metal ones so I could paint them really nice and easy. And this is the copper color for the game. I believe it is, anyway. It seems to be. Let's see if we can make it onto the roof. Because I also painted the roof too. And you probably noticed too, there's like this black trim. So those are painted beams. Let's get some speed. Yeah. So in the proper lighting, these look very, very similar. So as you can see, with the proper bit of lighting, they look very, very similar. I tried my best to match them up. Um, yeah. So if you want to know what those colors are, or the copper color, what this looks like, in case you want it in your game. So something as well, you can also save your colors. Let's say you wanted to save this yellow here. You can actually save it and save it as a preset in case you didn't know. So what we're doing is we're editing, editing the X key. We're editing the custom swatch because the custom swatch is not global. So if I'm painting something with a certain color and I know I'm probably not going to use it again anywhere else, but I might use the copper color eventually, but I'm not using it en masse, use the custom one because it's not global. So it's not like these. If I paint something with this swatch 1 or this factory swatch, and I change one of these, everything that was painted with that swatch is now going to be the new color. So yeah, so the copper color is 10 on the color scale, on this color scale, this grid, whatever kind of scale it is, 0.7 on the saturation, and 0.4 on the lightness. So it's very dark. It's almost kind of pinkish. It's got a little bit of pink in it, but it starts off as a kind of a burnt orange, and then I just from there just playing with these, trying to get it to look similar. Um, yeah, so then I painted that, and I was just like, yeah, it looks like the copper. So I'm a little yawny today, and then I got the black trim to kind of cover everything. Oh, I forgot a beam connector. We'll just architecture. Got to use those beam connectors. They're really handy. They're really handy for um, the ends of beams and stuff to kind of tie it together. So I use that as well. Um, and then, yep, just place these to cover up the belts. So these are just regular Mark III belts, but I covered them with the metal. I thought I could paint them at the time. I had placed them all before I realized that you couldn't paint these. As you can see, it doesn't matter which color I choose. I can't paint them. They don't paint. But it is what it is, so. They're there. They actually don't look too bad. I was going to paint them black, but eh. But yeah, anyway. I did that. So there's also a bug too. I don't know if this is a bug with a mod or if this is a bug with the game itself. Here's a slight bug and a workaround for it in case you run into it as well. So let's place down a wall. Place down a bit of wall for some context of what I was doing. So this is what it used to be. It used to be this for this wall here. And then I changed, or then I was just like, okay, I gotta change it so I can paint it. Oh, that's right, that's under materials. So I'm like, okay, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, oh, perfect. And then I got the whole building that way. I'm like, okay, and then I got my copper color. So it's gonna paint the whole building. Load preset, select color. Then I went to paint the wall around the door. Oh, won't paint. That's odd. Oh, that's odd. All right, let's redo this. Just back up 1 second. Okay, so We had 3 doors. These just represent the 3 doors of the factory. Oops. And then X. There we go. So this is the bug here: is it won't paint. So that was another workaround too. But yeah, as you can see, it won't paint the ones around the doors. But what I had done was I had one of these that was still concrete. Um, this one was still concrete, and look at that. Just by doing that has now colored them all. So isn't that weird? Weird little bug. Like I said, I don't know if it's related to a mod or if it's just a bug. But yeah. So then here's the reason we don't have. Oh yeah. So I did this building as well. This one's made of concrete. Left it at concrete. Painted the concrete black. Put these pillars around here to mark the edge to kind of give it its own kind of look in a way for steel. And then if you remember, the roof is a tar. The roof is tar, the tarred roof, so it's also black, so that kind of goes with it as well for the color. So I went ahead and did that one as well. And it actually turned out all right. It may be a bit too much detail, and I can't slide these beams in because I wouldn't cover the lift. So, it is what it is. But the reason we ran out of power is because so with Andrea's mod, if you're building belts, let's see if you have this here. I don't know, for whatever reason. Turn that this way. You have these 2 lifts, right? And then you have this covered lift. It goes over here for some reason, whatever. So you have this kind of setup, right? If I now save the game, exit, remove the mod, and then come back, these will disappear because they are their own entity. They're not a skin for the belts, and they're not a color. So they will be removed because they are their own separate entity. So if you have that mod and you remove it, and you did not switch all the belts back to the specific one or to a different belt mod, whatever, it will delete them. So what had happened was I forgot these little belts in here. I did the lifts. I did all the other belts around here, but I did not do these. I had forgot these, and as soon as I loaded up the game, a few minutes later I was getting ready to record, and then all of a sudden, poof, I ran out of power. So I came over here to check it out, and I was just like, oh, I forgot those belts. That's all right, though. Everything is backed up. Everything's ready to go back online. See, I need a polar remote. I don't have any cable. I don't have any cable for a remote. It's okay. There's a remote over here. You just go over here. But yes, every single belt has been replaced. Every single lift has been replaced. Everything's at Mark 3. Since I had to go through and do it all anyway. As you can see, we were boop, 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 running out of power. It's going to reset. And we're back up online. So he just ran out of coal is all that happened. Luckily he didn't run the buffers out. It was past the buffers. And we do have, I don't remember if I did this on an episode, but we do have every single coal power plant online now. We kind of have to at this stage. So yeah, that's what I did between episodes. It was a journey, to say the least, going back through my base going, man, I could have done some of this in so much better ways and whatnot, and I just didn't. That's okay. I also come up with a clever solution to this problem right here. So if you remember, we have this belt. I don't know if I can climb past this. I cannot. Okay, we'll have to go up this side then. Oh, there's a... Never had actually seen that. That one's okay. this is attached to a thing, but so I had to come up with a clever solution to do this belt that goes right into this beam. Oh, both these go. So this is a conveyor wall hole. This is not a standard game. This is from Andre Aquila as well, which I never did understand why there wasn't wall holes. There's wall holes for pipes, and there's wall holes for the conveyor tubes, or for the conveyor tubes, for the whatever tubes, the people tube, the London tube. But yeah, there's wall holes for those, but there's no wall holes for belts. There is wall holes for belts, but they're only on walls. There's no free place one. So Andre Aquila made one. There's actually two here. So this is to do that. Because we have... I don't need that one actually. But yeah, because we have this. I'll show you how I made it. Oh, couldn't find this for some reason. It's okay if I use Mark III. I'm going to delete it here in a second anyway. Architecture. Small conveyor. So I think it was like this. Oh, I forgot I got to place it twice. Alright, so it was like that. So that doesn't look too nice, right? Especially with items on it, doesn't look nice. So then I had to come up with a clever solution. And I went through a couple different ones. But the ultimate one was to use a mod, obviously. Let's take this. Doesn't matter how it's placed. Just place it right there. Then we'll take a wall. Place that. And put a wall on this edge. Okay. Then we'll go over here to logistics. Conveyor wall hole. And go to this side. No, I didn't place that there. It moved at the last second. And delete the walls. I take my pillar. So I didn't hit the other belt because there's a belt next to this. And there you go. Looks like it's going through the pillar up there. There's a little bit of excess pillar there, but meh. I figured that looks much better. And if that mod stops working, I'll lose the aesthetic of a wall hole through a pillar. I won't lose any functionality, which is what I was worried about. That's why I did all this. Because I was worried about losing functionality in my factory and then not realizing it until it was too late. That's how I did all that, and everything's been replaced here as well. So just everywhere, even the miners. Oh, I also forgot about there's three more miners on this map that I completely forgot to upgrade. Completely forgot they existed. Two of them were the iron for the steel factory, because they're underneath the city. And they're the Caterium mine, the one that's feeding our tickets, is oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's go back over there. That's feeding Caterium wire to our ticket machine. That one I went ahead and upgraded as well. And since I was upgrading all these belts, I was getting tons and tons and tons of reinforced plates. Well, rather than keeping my reinforced plates, I decided I was going to sync them along with me having to test out the belts to make sure every single machine worked. So I ended up with a bunch of extra, like smart plating, rotors, frames, plates, copper sheets, steel pipe, wire, cable, screws, um, uh, iron ingots, copper ingots, steel ingots, all that stuff. So just to make sure everything belt was working, I had to take out on my main bus. I had to take out a bunch of belts and then replace them to make sure everything was coming online, everything was hooked up like it was supposed to be, everything was working. So I've been syncing all of that stuff into this machine. 15 coupons, yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't know how much I actually had, but I figured I had a lot. Um, because I did sync a lot as well. So let's go shopping. We have money. Uh, Customizer, should we? Oh, we should buy the glass roof and stuff, huh? I don't know if that's useful for us, though. At least not right now. Architecture, walls, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That'll be 14 tickets. Then we also have the floodlight stuff, which we have yet to buy. Okay, I say we buy this. We go over to here. We buy this. And then we buy this. We're going to buy these two first. Because we have an extra ticket, if you remember from that one episode. We do have an extra ticket in here. Oh, we got an extra 3, never mind. Is that enough to purchase the other stuff then? Yes, it is. Oh, it's 9. I need one more. I have 8. How close are we? Oh, it's right here. It used to fill up the ticket thing. It fills it up down here now. We could make some DNA. Get that extra ticket there. It's only 1,000 points. And plus I have plenty of this stuff, I think. Don't I? I take like half of this. Here. Make some organic stuff. Let's see, that's alien protein. Now, this might be a waste, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. See, if I just go out and kill me a bunch of monsters, we can have all the tickets we could need. Well, this one takes a bit more. Come on. We're halfway there. Yep. I wonder how much points the data capsules are right now. I guess we'll find out. Feed those in. Do you feed them in? Can you feed them into here, or no? You have to feed them into here. Oh heck yeah! Oh dude, that was worth so much. Those are definitely worth it. The amount of tickets we just got. Heck yeah. I should have done that way earlier. Nope. No, I don't really care to have any of that right now. And eventually we will. But we'd like to get everything else first. Okay. Now we can do the special. Buy all of this. Just for fun. That's only 8 tickets as well. Okay, we have one ticket left. And we can listen to some music. There's actually some really good tunes on this box. I could remember. Here we go. I think there's more tapes around the world. I'm not sure though. Or trigger turbo bass boost. I remember that. Yeah. Got some good music going on. I like it. Okay. Before we get a copyright claim. That might have been enough. Who knows? That's unfortunate. Yeah. Because I don't remember which songs that Fix It date or Fix It. Coffee Stain Studios had um, they have the rights to some music in the game uh, that they have the rights to put that music in their game, but we don't have the rights to make a video about that music. So we got to be very careful, unfortunately. All right. What's on the agenda today? After I showed you all that, and half the episode's already gone, we're just kind of screwing around. We're going to be making stators today, or trying to. We're going to start. I need to grab other stuff as well. But yeah, unless they own the full rights to the music and they do not put claims on YouTube videos, then we cannot have that music, unfortunately. I know, I remembered, I looked it up as well. I can't remember what the company's called, but there's a few different songs that are just background music in Satisfactory that are copyrighted. And if you play that music on YouTube, you would get a copyright um, claimed by that company. Because I think what they did was they purchased to be able to have the rights to have it in the game, but if it's on a YouTube video, then we don't have the rights to play it, and it will get claimed. So, got to be careful of that stuff. I need some rotors as well, because we need these things. Oh, we need cable and wire. Just one will do. Cable and wire as well. My inventory ended up getting emptied out in favor of replacing belts. Oh, you know what I could have done? Oop. Just got some wire. Assembler. Oh, so, stators. Yep, here we go, stators. So each machine needs 15 steel pipe a minute and 40 wire per minute. I can't remember, I think it was about 6 stators is what I needed last time. So 15, so steel pipe. Steel pipe makes 20 a minute. We only need 15 of that, and we've got 6 machines. So we could do 6 stator machines. That's a little too big for this area, though. We could put stators and motors in the same building, but that's way too much. That's way too much belting around. So then we put motors down here, because motors. Oh, I was in the wrong thing. So they need rotors and stators. Okay. So they need 10 a minute each. And again, we don't need very much. We don't need very many stators. Or we need stators, but we don't need a bunch of motors. So we could split one of these buildings in half. Is also possible. Because these ones can fit up to how many? Like 10? Yeah, we could fit like 10 in here. So if we have 6 stator machines, oops, get that out of here. So stators make 5 per minute. 40. Trying to think. So 40. Yeah, 40 times 6 is 240. Yeah, 40 times 6 is 240. So we'll do 6 stator machines. No, I think we'll just we could do 8. 8 stator machines. Production. Assembler. Well, how much does wire make? Because per machine we need 40. So 30. So you make 30 per minute, and we need 40 per minute. So 30 times 10 is 300. Okay, so we have to do 6 then. Yeah, we can't. No, we could do. Yeah, we have 5 each here. Oh, that screws anyway. Oh, the wire's being made way down here. That's right, wire was one of the first. Oh, wait, no, wire was next. Actually, I don't know why I put wire here, but eh. I should have put all the copper. I should have put like on that side instead of plates. I should have done wire, um, cable, and then copper sheet, or any of the mixture of the two. And then I should put um, it should have been like on this side. It should have been screws, plates, and then steel, I guess. It wouldn't have fit in there that way. So yeah, wire. We do have 10 of these. So we're making 300. 240. And we need 30 wire. Or how much do we need? Monkey. We need 40 wire. So, and 40 times 10 is 400. So if we do the 6, that's 240. 280 if we do 7. We do 7 machines. 8 machines is over what we can do. So I'm thinking 6. 6 I'll definitely do for the floor, and then we can have it spread out. So, and it won't be too cramped. Okay. How close are my? Let's look over here. So we'll go to each one of these machines. So these are right on the edge, and that gives it a little bit of a distance. We can get it a little closer so that we don't have that distance. And then there's a little bit more distance in between here, but in between here is actually a pretty decent distance there. Now we'll just do like that there. Okay. So yeah, we'll just do it like we would normally. I'm still tempted to put like 4 in here. Let's see what 3 looks like. And if we can't match it up, we'll go to 4. Oops. I forgot that the bounding box is wider than the actual machine on these ones. Okay. Alright, so we can do 3. And then ultimately 6. That's quite a bit of room in between there to make stators, though. I think I'm going to go 4, and then we'll just be inefficient. Honestly, efficiency doesn't matter as much to me as some people. It's not that I don't care about efficiency. I will be efficient eventually. I just like to plan so far ahead and overbuild so much. Oh, we can't actually. This. That's fine then. Oh, looks like we are doing 3 because I'm not doing 10. No, that's way too many. Yeah. All right, so we'll do 3. Oof. I think that's where I want it. Nope, one more further back. And we hit the H key. Nice, good old. Oh, we can fit a machine in between there if we wanted to later on. Interesting. I accidentally hit the H key. Well, I'm glad I found that out. And then if we need more stators, we can most certainly do that without having to. Oh. Huh. I don't know what that was. So then we're going to hit the H key to lock it in place with our smart mod. And then shift key, scroll down that time. We'll go over here and hold the P key. And poof. There we go. I'm gonna preset the filters here. So stators. Oops. Now paste it. Perfect. So now all of these are all stators now. Good. We might have to have 40. No, we can have 1 input for both. Because it's 240 all around and we can do 270, so 1 input will be good for this floor. We might have to do a second input for the next floor if we do a second floor. Did I not separate these properly? No, I did. Okay, just making sure that it's all on the up and up. So yeah, we can split right down the middle. Same with steel pipe. So logistics, and we may not even, I don't even think I had 6 stator machines. I might have had exactly 6 or less. It was somewhere around there. I know I didn't have that many. So, alright, conveyor splitters. That should be lined up with that. Yeah, H key. And I believe this is the first one 8 or 7? Actually, let me find out exactly. Two, three, 4, 5. Oh, it's 6. This one's 6 and 7. See, this was one of the more recent ones. I think this one's 7 and 8, isn't it? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So bottom one is 6, top one is 7. Farthest from one side or the other. Yeah, one is 6, one is 7. So we're going to need to bring it from that side and then down this way for the steel pipe. And then the wire's going to come from over there somewhere. We could have it run underground. That is a possibility as well. Although it would be really hard to do. No, we'll bring the wire up this way. We'll bring the wire up this wall. And then we'll go above that and just tie it in. So it'll come in from this way, and the other one's going to come from this way, so this will be the input. Right above, right there. This will be a dual input wall. Oh, we got our windows. We don't have any silica though. So dual wall there. And then we're going to need foundations. I'm just going to put that in there. Then this foundation is going to go... See, I need to figure out where I'm going to have my output. Because my output can't go on that side. Because there's too much there already. Yeah, there's way too much. We could have this one output underground and then end up over in the center somehow. It is also possible. If we run a channel of what we need back and forth for both the stators and the motors, because it has to travel so far, that could work. Like we could have belts that go down here, for instance, for everything we need, and then we can send it back this way and go up there. It's like that could work as well. I'm thinking about doing it. I really am. I really, really am. Just because there's too much going along the sides of the buildings already. Of course, we could do it here as well. The stators. So it'd be stators, wire, stators and wire. And then steel pipe is down this way, so it'd have to come. I like the underground idea. I think that would work a little bit better. If we were to say, take this out, and then send. I'm going to make this channel a little bit deeper if I can. Because I did elevate this to be able to have this type of stuff. So I thought way ahead, but I just never used it until now, really. Alright, so this one's what we need, the pipes. So the pipes are going to be way overdone, which is good. So logistics, conveyor belt Mark 3. It's going to put it, nestle it right on in to the ground there. Yeah, that'll bring our pipes down. And now we need to split off the belt with the wire on it. Right there. Okay, so then we're going to need foundation so that we have something to stand on while we build. Then we're going to go up this way. Okay, there's our wire. I might see if I can do this instead. Oh, we need to put a splitter in here. I'm stupid. Splitter time. That's right. There. Oh. How did I put that splitter so wrong? There we go. This is going to bring the wire back up, which is then going to carry on to central storage. Okay. This one's going to go down here. Might be a bit of a weird thing going on there. Hold on. If we do this, then we can line it up better. Oh, the only problem is with that, I'm blocking off all the... Oh no, we have a couple... Don't we have a couple lines of... We got copper there. We got a couple irons. So we could take one of the irons for the return. Maybe there, that'll be the return line for the stators. We also got to do, let's go up top. We also got to do motors as well with this channel. This will serve both. Something's supposed to be coming in here. Oh, that's wire. Wire's supposed to be coming in there. Why is it not working? Huh. Oh, I must have missed a belt as well. Oh, this is a splitter. Oh, this belt's going this way. That's not correct. It's glitched again. I'm gonna have to fix that. Because every time we upgrade belts, some of this stuff likes to break. Okay, that was the correct one. I'm guessing I had a... I'm guessing I had a foundation in here. Need to pull this over real quick. Then we can just hook a foundation to it. Okay. Guessing that's how I did that. Oh, and sometimes I don't want to hook up, huh? Uh, oh, it's going the wrong way. That would be why. Okay. So now... Okay, it's not moving. Good. Now it's going. Alright, cool. That's now been fixed. Let's hope it doesn't break again. There was a belt missing there, so the game, I think, got confused a little bit. I'm sure I missed a few of those. We need to delete that thing. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to go up top here to figure out there's a dual belt here as well. So I don't think we'd need this anymore, at least not for right now. So I want to take, I do want to take that belt there. We'll take out this support. And this will bring up, so this one will be stators, this one will be motors. We're going to get rid of this belt line entirely. I guess the raw resources, or the raw ingots, were kind of just like a placeholder belt. In a way. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of all of it. We'll get our belts back, and we'll get some other stuff. They're not needed right now. And plus, once we get to the end game where we need tons and tons of copper for copper powder, that's going to be its own factory with its own supply. Because the last time I did it with one particle collider, it took me like 40. It was like 40 some smelters. Oh, you. Damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to cut down on cussing too, because the closer and closer we draw near to monetization on YouTube, the less and less I'll be able to swear. So I have to be a little bit careful. I mean, you can still get monetized while cursing like a sailor, just sometimes YouTube decides one month it doesn't like it, so it's just like, and plus it does kind of, I believe it makes you a better person. You can only cuss when it's absolutely necessary. It, I don't know, morally. That's so weird though, right? Like, you know, when you're like a teen, or you're in your early 20s and stuff like that, you want to cuss all the time. It's the best thing in the world. You weren't allowed to cuss at home. So you're like, I'm going to cuss all day long every day and nobody's going to be able to stop you, and no one should be able to stop you. But then you get into your, I would say 40s for most people, but for me it kind of hit a little bit earlier. It's just like, man, you start watching watch my language and stuff like that. Especially if I decide to have kids. Wow, this entire belt is getting removed. It's not even used. Wait, where is it used? Mostly. Could merge it into this system, I suppose. This system of iron plates. Or merge it into iron screws. Or we could just leave it, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. We'll probably end up needing to use that belt and splitting it off between a couple of different buildings and such. But that frees up a couple of belts for use. So that's actually pretty nice. And I'm going to use this cavity here for that. This will be for the returns. Reverse it. So it should be there. So there's one. Oh, and this one's in the road. So that one's in the middle. Huh. Actually, yeah. Okay. I can do that. Let's bring that belt back that we just deleted. Let's bring it all the way down to the end and let's switch over to that other belt. That other iron belt. Because if we can do that, then I think it'll end up happening is it'll be beneficial. Yeah, I think that'll work. No, no. Don't go past. Get on the edge there. Like that one guy said, it's like come for Satisfactory and stay for the insight on crash attenuation vehicles. Yeah, I do tend to go on those rants sometimes. It's just one of them things. Uh-oh. I have to get rid of this. Oh, never mind. Put that back. That is not good. It's also annoying that I can't. For some reason, when I went to line it up, it didn't want to line up. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the power. There shouldn't have been a problem. Unless oh, you know what it might have been? I accidentally disconnected something down here. Deleting something? No? Okay, never mind. So I thought I heard a train honk. Of a train leaving the station. Okay, what happened to our power now? I swear it just fixed this. We're out of coal again? What the heck? How are we out of coal again? How are we burning through this much coal that the trains can't keep up? Wait. What? 4,000 coal. 4,000 coal. 4,000 coal. 4,000 coal. 4,000. Wait. How? Oh, look, our steel as well. Oh, I forgot these belts. Oh, whoops. No. That's not how that works. Game. Sorry to say, that's not how that works. Okay, yeah, we're getting some belt bugs or something. It sounds like bed bugs. Sounds terrible. I've had bed bugs. Don't ever buy secondhand furniture. That was the worst mistake I could have ever made. That's a story in and of itself as well. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I went to. I was looking. I moved into a new place, and I was still fairly young as far as like I was in my early 20s. Um, and I decided that I was going to have my own place, and I was going to find myself a couch and a bed. So I went around shopping. Didn't like the prices. Oh look! Oh look at that! That'd be why. Grab those belts too. Okay, we gotta let that system kind of recharge now that it's working again. Oh, there's another one. Oh, look at that. Uh, there she goes. But yeah, and so I found myself a really nice bed. It's actually still brand new, the mattress anyway. The frame had been slightly damaged, slightly used, you know. At least I looked at. I was just like, okay, yeah, it's fine. So I went ahead and got the couch, or yeah, I got the bed, and then I got this really awesome looking couch, really fluffy, very nice looking, very clean. Um, and thought, everything's kosher, everything's cool. It's a really awesome couch. And then about a week later, I getting these red rashes on my arms and my legs and stuff that were itchy at first, and then they started burning. Um, I couldn't figure out what it is. I scoured the internet, looking for these weird rashes appearing in the night, and I came across an article. This was like at 3 in the morning, by the way. I couldn't sleep because of it. And turns out I might have bed bugs, and they were showing what to look for and stuff like that. And I was searching all over, and I found some evidence. You'll find the evidence of like little blood stains on your mattress and stuff like that near the wall. And I was just like, that's kind of weird. They said it's with you know, it's with furniture and stuff like that. Sometimes people buy it with bed bugs on it, and I was just like, but my mattress is fine. And I was just like, oh, maybe the couch. So I went and searched the couch. I didn't find anything outside of a few like little bits of dirt and stuff like that, just in the crevices, which apparently is also dried blood too, that I had found. I think we'll do. Yeah, we'll finish what we're doing, and then I had bed bugs. I laid on the couch for a little bit, didn't find anything, not find anything, and then all of a sudden, while looking at my iPad, just kind of laying on the couch there in the dark, I seen something crawl across the screen. This little tiny flat circular disc-looking thing with legs. And so, I rushed, turned on the light, and there was a couple of them crawling around the couch. There's one on the wall. They were ready, man. They were ready for me to go to sleep. They were gonna lie in wait for me to sleep before. attacking me. And then I looked up pictures of bed bugs, like up close personal pictures, so I could find out exactly if that was it. And, sure enough, those were bed bugs. And then when I finally found them and I started like unzipping the cushions and stuff, you could see them. I didn't have a huge infestation. I think I got pretty lucky because I hear the infestations can be so bad and they grow out of control so quickly. I think I got very, very lucky because I only found about 6 or 7 of them. They must have been like hitchhiking on the couch. And I know it was the couch too because as soon as I found that, it was also lucky for me. Um, I'm just gonna eyeball this, I think. But also lucky for me, it was the middle of winter, like when it was some of our coldest months. So I just took the couch and I hurled it outside into the yard and partially onto the driveway. I didn't pick it up and throw it. It wasn't a full size couch. It was kind of more like a love seat style, but it was like really, really big and fluffy, and um, you could definitely fit like 4 people on that thing. It just looked like you could only fit 2. Yep, and that's when I learned my lesson. Never buy secondhand furniture. I was only buying secondhand furniture because couches are really, really expensive, and I needed a couch for my living room so I could sit and watch TV. Can I get around this? Nope. It was sad too because it was a nice couch. It was such a nice couch, man. But unless you call an exterminator, you're not going to get rid of them. Um, that's why I didn't keep it. I threw it outside in the snow. And I left it out there, and then when I finally got around to it, I took that thing, um, directly to our local dump where they take trash, and I told them about the couch itself and how it needed to be taken to the burn pit, and they agreed, and they picked it up and took it to the burn pit and burned it, and properly burned it. Which is what you should do, to be honest. Because bed bugs they're really good hitchhikers. They are very, very quick at making colonies. Um, and they wouldn't be such a nuisance if they didn't cause sleepless nights. Like, I mean, there are some people out there that don't react to bed bugs, but the stuff that's in the bed bug's saliva when it bites you, um, there's stuff in there that's like an anticoagulant for the blood, so it doesn't, try to harden while they're trying to feed off of your passed out body. And this stuff is something our bodies react to. And it basically causes a aller, an allergic, or what do they call it? An allergy reaction or whatever. It causes an allergy reaction on the skin, which causes itching and burning, and that's what causes you to have um, the sleepless night. And yeah, I was miserable for many days. The most sleep during that time, the most sleep I was actually getting was maybe 2 hours. It was around 2 hours. I know that it was not any more than that because you'd wake up several times a night. And what was weird is when they're flat like that and they haven't fed yet, they're fast. These suckers are really fast. They suck. They really do. But the only time you can really catch them, I guess, is when they're all fat and happy. And where the blood comes from is obviously from you, but when it gets on your wall and stuff like that, or on your bed, on your mattress, is either from you crushing them accidentally in your sleep when they're full of your blood, you, or when they're uh, when they secrete the remains of what they don't need to survive. And they're really good hitchhikers. So if you ever go to somebody's house that has bed bugs, and you stay there for a long period of time, there is a good chance, especially yeah, if you didn't know about it, there's a really good chance that you would end up with it as well. Because what they'll do is they'll hitchhike on your clothes and um, go to the next person's house. So yeah, don't equate bed bugs with what most people will is they'll equate it as a person that doesn't clean their house. It's not exactly, no. they found they found uh, get a move on here. They found bed bugs in 5-star hotels before, breeding, going unnoticed for months, despite guest complaints. I mean, that's also because they didn't check on it. They didn't try to substantiate any of the claims because they don't want to be associated with it. But um, they can thrive in that kind of environment because all they need is a person. They don't need filth or anything like that. And like in my situation, you can get them from secondhand furniture as well, and they can survive for months without a food source, and they can survive in extreme hot and cold temperatures as well, which makes them extremely difficult to get rid of. Um, Basically, exterminators is about your only option, which is really annoying because exterminators are expensive. You can do it yourself if you know how to combat it, you know how to fight back. But there's also some people that don't react. They don't have the allergic reaction, so they can go years without with a bed bug infestation without even knowing. Uh, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to not notice, but it is possible. And like I said, I was one of the lucky ones. There was one person on there, I watched his little video, um, because he couldn't afford the exterminator. He had such a massive infestation that no matter what he tried, no matter what he did, it would not go away. It just got worse, essentially. With each passing day, week, month. Like him and his family were suffering badly. And um, it wasn't until they had somebody come along and actually give them some kind of help. Sorry about the gross story. uh, that's just one of the things, man. See, like I said, I actually have a really good friend of mine. Um, Speaking of which, by the way, when I'm walking around looking at stuff, I'm trying to think of how I want to piece it together. Just, just saying that's just what I'm doing. But I have a really good friend of mine. Speaking of random rants and stuff, well, where he used to play a joke on me all the time, without me even knowing, until he told me one day. He said, "Yeah, we like to play a little joke on you when we're having a conversation or whatever." I said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" I said, well, what we like to do is we'll get a conversation started with you about something you like to talk about. Um, we'll get that conversation started, and once you get going, we'll just shut up and just sit by and listen to you. And he said it's what we do is we play this game called Put the Quarter in the Tundra. Put the quarter in the tundra. Because he's like, yeah, it's just like one of those things where you put a quarter in it and it will go for a little while, all by itself. Uh, so yeah, you're not the only one to notice this little trend of mine that um, a conversation of mine will go, even the conversation by myself, obviously, it'll go a random direction, right? And then once it goes that random direction, it just goes and goes and goes for a little while. Um, it's something I like to talk about, and I'll just keep going. Or if it's a story time or something like that, I'll just talk and talk and talk. I mean, I kind of have to at this point, being starting to become a YouTuber and stuff. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. So yeah, I literally do have to talk to myself and try to keep people entertained as they watch my content, as they watch my mediocre content. Look, I try. I try with the best of what I have, man. Okay, and then that'll go that way. So this will be the wire. And we'll just do that, whatever. I'm too lazy to fix it right now. Okay, what? How are we doing? Oh, we are way over time. Medusa. Slot hands, consumable? That's got to be part of a mod, right? Yeah, these are part of mods. They're part of the, I think it's part of Andre Aquila's mod, 100 plus milestones. I think that's what that is. Okay, parts. We need to search for motor. So we just need stators and rotors, which we already got over there. Okay, so this channel is going to be for the return, as well as the cable and the pipe, or the wire and the pipe for the stators. Okay, so then that's going to go underneath the road here. Then we'll just take it. We'll take it straight this way, and then try to route it in a decent way, or we'll route it around that way, I guess. We'll route it right underneath the sidewalk, and whatnot. So. Cool. We'll put up a little wall. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Um, Let me know what you guys think about the, if you're still watching, that is, and you haven't fallen asleep or left the video. Let me know what you guys think about the end cards. I finally figured out how to do YouTube end cards. I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm just now remembering. So the YouTube end cards, I just figured out how to do, and I am liking it. I think it's a really, really cool addition to the channel. Obviously, they've been around forever. I've known about the end cards for a long, long time now. And I've been wanting to do them, but I'm just like, I need to figure those out eventually. Someday I'll figure those out. and I just never have. And just yesterday, I figured out how to use them. They're actually super easy to use, which is awesome. Um, but yeah, so at the end of each video now, you're going to see. I don't know if it's going to be every video. There might be some I might not be able to put it on. But most of my videos are going to have the end cards, and um, that should be a pretty cool addition, I think, because it'll have a video and then it'll have the channel's icon where you can subscribe. You can click it and subscribe if you so choose. That'll be pretty cool. All right. Well, we definitely are going way over time. So we'll have to finish this up next week, which will be stators and motors. I know we tried. Okay, we got her done. Half the video was just me showing off what I had done. I never did show that off over there, but I just put a new ramp up, the new ramp up section where we're gonna have more buildings back that way, possibly. Um, but yeah, so we'll do motors and stators next time. Hopefully, we'll get some stators hooked up or something like it. Get some stuff made. Um, but yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I guess I'd say goodbye.